What's the big old deal? It's the Rich at Heart podcast. It's your boy Munchie B.
And your girl Mariah, the princess of the pod, is back.
Okay.
And we got Alneshia with us, guest host, about to carry the load with us. What's the deal, Alneshia?
How heavy? How heavy? Is it getting heavy?
What?
Absolutely.
The load gonna be heavy in here today?
Oh yeah. Hey, you got an interview with Alex from 2019,
Yeah.
and the title got. Do you remember the title or when?
No, he broke it down into about 5 parts, but we talked about how I went from being
But if
in
you
college.
type in Street TV Alneishia, it'll pop up. But what y'all was talking on in that interview?
Just the growth that I've been through. I was a college student, almost in my senior year, received 17 felonies, and then I moved to California 2013 with a warrant. Didn't clear my name till about 2020, and then I got everything together once I had my baby just to make sure that I was doing everything legit.
Then you went back.
Then I went back.
That's
I moved back to Atlanta in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Not because of nothing else.
What you mean not because of nothing else? What you mean?
Not because of nothing else. But yeah, so I went back because ideally I tried to get my passport. I had a warrant. I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and clear this up because I need to start traveling. I need to start expanding and get more experiences. So that's the reason.
All right, because we want them to go touch back on that interview.
Have to.
So we ain't gonna go into too much of what the interview was about. But you came from out this way and moved out there.
For college.
What college you went to?
Clark Atlanta. Shout out to Clark Atlanta.
Hey.
And you ran into some troubles.
Yes.
And you had how many felonies?
17. Charge was 17.
Okay. See, y'all gotta check out that interview. You feel me?
Definitely gonna check it out now.
Yeah.
Running back. You feel
Still
me?
graduated college. Still became an entrepreneur. Handy's helping hands. Personal business development. So I give back with my stories, my experiences. And
So you're back in Atlanta right now?
I'm in Atlanta still.
That's right, girl. That's right. So you built a good life for yourself after the
Yes.
That's good.
Had my baby, and it was time.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. So what year did you leave and go to Atlanta?
The last time?
The first time.
First time I graduated high school, 2008. Went to Atlanta.
Okay.
Came back home after I graduated, after I finished school. Came back in 2013. I moved back in 2018.
All right, for the viewers, a quick little recap. My ex-girlfriend, which is one of her close and best friends, we bumping heads and going through the emotions back then. And you know how friends are always in the mix. She convinced my girlfriend to move to Atlanta
Don't do her.
and left me in California.
So you just gonna forget the fact that she had a 5-year job and got positioned over in Atlanta. She had to accept the job. It was time to grow.
It was time to grow.
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Right.
Her company moved.
Right. When my
Shout out to her, because that's good.
when my documentary come out, you gonna have a small little, like, you know what I mean, everything. You know what you did. So everything.
You know what you did.
No, because Atlanta definitely during that time, I'm pretty sure now you can definitely get ahead in life, and it's a lot more easier. There's a lot more resources
Yes.
for yourself out there. I lived up there for 3.5 years, 2019 and like 2022.
Okay.
So I was
You
just
was
thinking the
there.
other day I should have never left. I should have just stood out there like that.
That's how I felt once I came back.
Yeah.
After I graduated, I came back. I'm like, I should have stayed.
You still graduated though, girl. That's good.
I graduated just recently
That don't
from Morris Brown.
You did it though. That's still a good college.
But yeah, I got it done.
You got it done.
No, you did that.
That's still amazing. Congratulations. Like that's something to be proud of. Regardless, you got it done. You know.
All right. California man compared to Atlanta dudes. Because I hear the Southern hospitality thing. What you compare and contrast? What you would say?
I'm happy you added the contrast because I was going to say I'm not comparing them. They're just totally different. The guys in Atlanta, they're raised different. I feel like their qualities that they're raised upon are just different from men out here in Atlanta. And that goes deep into like the family roots, just like with the
I mean, men out here in L.A.
being out here in LA. Yes, it differs from LA because of family roots. Like I feel like there's an actual black culture. You come from a lot of black families that go back and back and back and back and back in Atlanta, so to speak. It doesn't matter like how they branched off, who became what, or what style of person it is. Everybody is rooted back to a strong black family. And I feel like that's more prevalent in Atlanta than you'll see here in California. Like my family was from Alabama and New Orleans and different places like that. So all of our roots, ideally for me and the people that I know, come from the South, and that's the difference. The understanding that blackness and black families play a strong role on men.
You notice like rappers that's from Atlanta, when they blow up, they stay in Atlanta versus everybody from everywhere else. They move from where they from.
Yeah.
Like everybody that's like these big rappers, they still there. Like only Jermaine Dupri's and
It goes
Lil
all the way.
Babies.
It goes all the way from the bottom level. You know, when people say, "Oh, I was grinding" in their music. In Atlanta, when you grinding in your music, they actually have you on the radio. They actually have podcasts and opportunities for you to be able to showcase who you are, even at that ground level. They have like New at 2 on the radio, for example, where they play a new person music every day. So at 2 o'clock, when it's a main time of the day, we're hearing somebody that's underground or somebody that's new. So you already get that love and support from the beginning. So it doesn't make you want to veer away once you become big. You already have that love and support from your neighborhood and your city. But it's not as big as our city, so we gotta always remember that Atlanta is big, but it's only as big as Inglewood, Hawthorne, Gardena, and mixed together versus the whole LA County and how big our city is.
Yeah, DJ Charisma, they LA just started trying to look out for each other recently. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it took hard work from a couple of people or a few people to say, okay, LA as a whole, the West Coast as a whole is back on the map.
Right.
And that's just from my perspective, but from living on both sides. I'm never gonna say we fell off, but we're back, one of those ones on the map.
Shout out K Dot.
Let me ask you something, Nisha. So you notice when you go out or like the brunch spots, or I don't know if you go to like hookah spots or anything like that.
I do.
Okay, so you notice they don't play Cali music out there, right?
Not often. There's always like a segment. There's like any California people and they'll play some songs, but not just because.
You gonna hear that Bankroll Fresh, that Jeezy, for sure, Future, all that old stuff is gonna play.
And I mean, it could be in a
rotation.
fancy lounge or anywhere.
I noticed that. I'm like, dang, y'all really don't listen to. And I kind of got used to not listening to Cali music. I still gotta get like used to the rhythm and beats.
They play our music at the same time they're playing Afro beats, or at the same time they throwing in some.
Yeah, some random
music.
Yep, that's a fact.
And Mariah.
Yes, sir.
My daughter asked me too, where Mariah go? Well, no, but
He said,
You pushed me down the stairs, Munchie.
they go believe it.
No, I'm just playing. Munchie did not. Munchie would never. I'm just like.
All right. First of all, she clumsy and fell down the stairs, broke her foot.
Yes.
You got to drive with your right foot. She had a boot on it and wasn't able to drive.
I was here the day after I broke my foot. If y'all go back to February, the beginning of February, first week of February, I was here. We filmed.
She had a scooter and some old shit. That's some dramatic shit. But you feel me? But other than that, life be life, and people got their personal lives. So you got kids.
Yes, sir.
You work and you
I got my vision back too.
What? But see, they don't know that part. Explain that part.
Okay, so in 2015, I got into a really bad car accident, and I had a little brain injury. It messed up my vision. I ended up having cataracts very early on. I didn't know, and then over time, the doctors didn't catch it. The end of 2024, I went to an eye doctor, like, what's going on with my vision? They're like, we can't fix this. You have cataracts. I started crying. I don't even cry because I thought I was going blind. What is cataracts, at my age? So they sent me to a specialist. They're like, oh, we can fix this for you. I go get one eye fix. 3 days later, I fall down the stairs. And then I got my other eye fixed. So now I can completely see. So cataracts is like you have like a blurred lens. So I have two brand new lenses in my eyes, basically. They took out the old lenses and put new lenses in. They're not no one else's eyes or lenses. They are, I guess you would say, artificial lenses. My eyes are like always look like glossy. Yeah. I still have astigmatism. They just did laser on this eye, so I have to get laser on this eye. But I could see so good. Before, it was crazy. I almost dropped Munchie off in crazy places.
Right. Draw me to a trailer park. I'm like, blood.
I could not see at night. I was like, Munchie, I think this is where you live.
Mom spaghetti. We was on some Eminem shit. Hey, man. I'm like,
yeah.
And then not only that, they don't know because they look you small, cute, little hottie, and that they ain't knowing that you know how to protect yourself. You been getting it in, doing what?
I've been boxing, so I've been doing it since I was 11. I've been saying that. I've always knew how to box since I was 11. I've had a few little fights, nothing too major because, as everybody knows my story as a teen mom, So that's why I didn't go to like the Olympics to go major with it. But I'm back. I've been training myself, and my old boxing trainer, he's almost in his 70s, but I found him. We're back locked and loaded. But in the meantime, I train with my daughter and my son. My daughter really wants to box again, so I just did it just to like get my strength back because I was afraid, like, dang, I'm gonna be weak now, like, breaking a foot, losing my vision. I'm like, I'm too young to have all these problems. So I just started doing that as just a sport, and then I was like, let me just record this. And I just started posting them, and the videos was going up. And they still going up. But, you got them people in there like, I'll fight you. Mostly men trying to be funny. Other than that, yeah, it's really just men trying to be flirty. But other than that, like, yeah, everybody that knows me knew I was boxing since I was 11. So, yeah, I'm back doing it. It's we're going to show a little, something.
So you training your daughter?
Yeah, she's pretty good, too.
That's what's up.
She's pretty good. Yeah, and I'm on a foot that's broken. I'm barely starting physical therapy and all that. And I run about 2 to 3 miles about 3 times a week at least. I run at night. So that's my preference. But yeah.
That's good. I'm on a fitness journey too.
Yeah, it's crazy because you just go. All you gotta do is just go.
It helps you so much.
Yeah.
More than what you think.
Yeah, and I'm running up hills side to side. But we might have to get it in, Nisha.
That's lit.
Run.
I love
Let's
it.
go run.
Yeah, I see you jump roping.
Yeah, I could really jump, bro. That's
I've been
my
jumping
thing.
all June.
Yes, I could really jump. If you could jump, yeah, let's get in. I love jump roping.
You gotta catch Nisha when she out here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dang girl, I still
go.
got my. You know what? We're gonna talk off camera.
For sure.
Hey, but Double A run a clip so they get a glimpse of what she got going on. Okay.
Okay.
No, baby, Layla Ali around here.
I want to make it clear. I didn't have no hand wraps on or no gloves. She had them on, and we only had one glove. We only had one pair of gloves at the time. Those were my old boxing gloves. Typically, I would not recommend what it says in the caption. Do not hit the punching bag with no gloves and no hand wraps. I know how to do that. I know how to like actually punch correctly, but I would not recommend it for anybody. And I'm not. I still got a lot more training to go, but that was just what I was doing. I was trying to show her like you got to breathe, because sometimes when you hold it and you're punching without breathing, that's what they remind you, like, breathe. Some people may tell you otherwise, they think they're other professionals, but I'm gonna just say what I know, and I've trained with professionals.
So when you have an amateur fight or something coming up, or you just really just like doing it for the to get fit and stay ready,
Yeah, get fit and just always stay ready. I wouldn't say not ready for a fight, but just always stay fit and active, because not being physically healthy, I guess, and like going through what I just went through was not fun. And
So we can't get a celebrity fight?
Nah, I ain't no celebrity. I wouldn't.
They call anybody celebrities now. They talking about 4 extras and King Pill. So, all right, cool. All right, not celebrity. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like
a media squabble. You feel me?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to see like how I feel about that. I don't know. I really don't like fighting, so I would really have to be in my zone. I used to do it like when I was younger, but I'm 32 years old. Like, I ain't trying to be out here fighting.
It's an organized squabble though.
It is organized, fight. But it has to.
We ain't fighting no alley barefooty. All that shit.
It has to be somebody else that takes the sport serious and not on some like we playing games and trying to do
no.
stuff. I guess you would say.
As long as you go in there, if she don't take it serious, you knock the eyelashes off of her. That's her problem.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it serious. I don't play. I take it serious. Like I eat healthy, all that. You can't go in the. You'll throw up. You'll make yourself sick. You get them rib cramps. You can't. Boxing is a sport that's very technical and it works on every part of your body. It's a very technical sport and you have to be focused. Like you cannot play no games. I run up and down the hills and all that to get my footwork back because I don't have a boxing ring. So I'm like trying to do the stuff that I remember, like being in the ring. So I just try to give myself like the image and what I do. I'll even use a tire to give myself like jumping out the tire. I'll use a tire as like the center part of my ring and I'm punching, sparring, like all that. So that's something I would take very serious if I was to do something like that. And I get migraines, so I don't know. That's a little tricky.
She'll train them though. She'll train whoever.
I ain't gonna be no instigator and throw no names out there for no opponents. I'm gonna leave it at that because she said she don't even like to fight. She is doing it to stay fit. You feel me? And you feel me?
Yeah, once you get into a street fight and you professionally know how to train, it's not fun. It's like, this can get bad. You can really go to jail. So we just want to leave it there.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be disciplined and not throw no names out there. But we go now. Right now we go get to Papoose and how you pronounce her name? Claressa
Shields.
But before her, I want to touch on My boy Tory, Megan, Kelsey, and all that, right? So, and I want to touch on some figures. I know females be just pro female because they, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Hold on, this how I could tell. You still listen to R. Kelly?
Yes.
Okay.
When you say still listen to it, it's not like in my rotation. It's not in my everyday music, but I'm not going to change R. Kelly if he come on.
Okay.
And I know Trapped in the Closet.
Okay, if Puffy was getting released tomorrow, they was having a welcome home party. Would you go? And you got invited?
I can't say if I would go to the party or not. Thank God I'm not in the circles to be invited because that would be a tough decision.
I'll go. I ain't worried about a nigga grabbing my young. I'm there.
It'll be a tough decision.
I'm there for the hoes.
It'll be exactly what are we there for? So it's a tough decision.
Just don't stay too late. For real, because when he pull out the baby oil, it's time to shake.
He don't pull it out. That's the whole thing.
What you mean? How you know the process, Alneishia?
I watched the case.
Okay. Oh, that was a good. She ready for the rebuttal. So I was about to say you been to a Diddy party. Hey, but no. All right. So, well, both of y'all during this Megan ordeal with the Tory thing, what was y'all thoughts from the beginning? Like with this Megan thing, was she lying about getting shot? Was she really, a victim? Or what you thought when this first kicked off, Alneishia?
When it first happened, I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was just in shock. First of all, I didn't even know that they were a thing. So as the story began to unfold and you learn more about it, it's just like, oh, okay, there's more to behind what's going on. At first, I just thought it was something that happened randomly with them, and then it was like, oh no, he might have shot her. And then it was like, okay, well then if they are a thing, maybe that was just an accident. Or, then it became, well, now I'm gonna say it's not because you're making me feel a certain type of way online. So I don't know. I feel like me from the outside watching in, I'm just watching the story unfold and it allows you to create an opinion. But I didn't know they were dating. I didn't know that he was dating whoever house they were at before they went to the shooting. I didn't know he was dating her best friend. That's not my lane. So for me, it's unfolding as it goes. So I'm going to take the story as it comes. So I was just shocked.
What you say, Mariah?
I think I still stand on what I said. I just feel like no one really knows what happened because everybody was intoxicated, like with not just liquor and other things. I feel like no one really knows what happened.
What you mean? Hold on. You talking about the us, or you talking about people?
No, the people that were involved. I feel like no one really knows what really happened. Like, I think they were severely intoxicated. That's what I feel like. And they're getting certain stuff mixed up, and maybe they were tussling over the weapon possibly, and it went off. That's what I always assumed. So
none of them people that was there that was involved know what happened. That was too drunk. All four of them.
That's kind of what I've kind of always insinuated. Like, no one has a clear story. They kind of have an idea of the main trigger person, and everybody just doesn't really know like what was a bitter argument. When you're intoxicated, that's a spirit. Okay, that's a demonic spirit that's in your body when you're under the influence. So, they all under the influence and maybe other things. And it just seemed like no one really had a clear story, and no one really knows, and nothing really made sense.
I think I was staying with that in the beginning, and then now we get a new part of the story that unfolds and say, recently, well, I was not intoxicated, and this is my point of view on it. Now we don't know if it's manipulated or not. Mm-hmm. So that makes it difficult. But what you were saying, I feel like was the truth.
Like the
too
bodyguard.
Many different perspectives, too many different points. Who was not intoxicated to be able to tell the true story, and that didn't happen in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So now it's a new fold that just unfolded. Now it's like, okay, what are we supposed to believe here now?
Yeah, most definitely.
What's gonna come behind that to prove or disqualify that?
Disqualify the evidence. Like the bodyguard that just came out and said that it was the best friend technically. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy.
I've been saying it was the best friend.
I think a lot of people.
When you that, like, she got basketball size, and then like that's intimidating. You know what I'm saying? You go like what, and she shot down towards the floor. Like,
it was never unclear that they had gotten a fight. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was definitely something there. Y'all got into a fight for sure. How close y'all were if it comes to shooting you, we don't know because we weren't there and the story doesn't show.
And Tory just didn't want to be no snitch and tell on our girl. Right?
It kind of sounds like he didn't want to tell anybody. Keeping the.
I think he wanted to be cleared from being arrested, and he wanted them to have his back in that time, and it could not and did not work out that way, and it makes it just fuel to the relationships that they were building. Even though that he was building relationship with Kelsey and he was building a relationship with Megan, both of those relationships were in jeopardy at that time.
Right.
Hey, so when you go to court, everything is public record, it's studied for the record, and then shit, it's gonna be there forever. So now that Megan got up on the stand, if our kids want to go back and look at this case, they gonna know everybody got hit by. They gonna know the baby, that NBA player. They gonna know that you crossed Kelsey twice, because Kelsey said you did this again, so you didn't hit Kelsey doof or boyfriend Gerb for like the second time. She was doing and Party had to. What's her boyfriend name? Party.
Party. I just seen Party last night at some party.
Like, you been
Out
going
here,
up?
Or
Out here.
okay. Oh yeah, because BT. Okay.
It's BT
Yeah.
experience. It was like a little
Right.
after hour place. It was cool.
Oh, you outside, Nisha?
I'll be.
Okay. Oh, Party getting his feet wet, man.
He was outside. He was having a nice time.
But he's a good writer, songwriter.
Yeah, he wrote her shit.
It was a lot of people in there.
You see, she ain't had the same success since they broke up. You notice that, right?
She focused on her little other things. She trying to come back out.
I think she tried to do like that overseas music, right?
Rebrand.
That
Rebrand.
I mean, that could be it. I listen to the old Megan. Once all this stuff, I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting older and I just don't listen to some stuff don't be appealing to me no more. But it kind of, yeah, just leave it at that. I guess.
All right, and you got. Speaking of you being a boxer, Lil Layla.
I got some work to do.
You got Remmy Ma. What's his name? Something, the block captain, the little battle rapper dude, Papoose, and this new little situation, Claressa. And I don't think it's entertaining. I think,
Wait, who's the other guy? I missed one of the parties.
or the one that Remmy Ma like initially cheated on Papoose with. He's a battle rapper that I think they signed as a battle rapper, like for their battle league, and she was sneaking and geeking with him.
Got it.
And Papoose ended up getting up on the situation, allegedly put him down, and it's been in shambles ever since because she got cracked. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
So now they're going through a nasty breakup, divorce, or whatever.
I'm caught up.
You see, they be going back and forth on their little videos, and I don't find it entertaining. I'm like, damn. She didn't say some shit. I'm like, oh, I know he felt that. He kind of like, oh, that hurt. Females could say some hurtful things. But now the Claressa girl, oh yeah, and then she used to be texting Remmy and asking her for advice on outfits and how to dress and shit. Now you got her dude. Is any familiarity? Because y'all girls, y'all grow up, y'all had homegirls.
I don't think it's a bad thing that she admired Remmy. The admiration wasn't probably just for her either, because obviously there was something there. So she liked more than just Remmy, but I don't think it was bad that she admired her. I think they familiar. I mean, I think they are similar in a lot of ways, so I feel like that's what she admired at the time. I'm not gonna say it's wrong for her to be with who she be with, whether they're in love or not. That ain't up to us. But she admired more than just her as a person. She admired everything she had going on. And
her dude, her style.
You know. She asked you about the style. She didn't ask you about your relationship. But who's to say she didn't want to? You know?
Yeah, that's a very valid point, because, like, you don't know when if you're a nice person, you don't really catch on that someone is, like, plotting on you. If you, like, up on game, you can kind of see, like, okay, what's this girl on? I would have never thought that. I was like, oh, I grew up on Remmy Ma and Papoose always being together, so, like, I didn't ever see this coming, so it was kind of, like, strange for me at first. Mm-hmm. I'm all for love who you love, be with who you want to be with, don't let no one get in your face and in your business, do what you want to do. But that always is weird to me, like, you kind of reached out to her and, you know, was admiring her from a distance. That's kind of a little strange, you know.
Played her close.
Yeah, and that's definitely happened to me. Not even just on, like, that's a lot of women are like that. And
who's to say it was genuine? That's where the question mark for me is.
Yeah.
Was that genuine, or was this your ultimate goal?
Well, I like to say this often. Y'all look for the same niggas the police looking for, right? That's what y'all like.
No.
So when you go visit a man in jail, That visiting room look way different than a female visiting room when a female's locked up. That the females don't get the support that the males get. You feel me? You might have 3 females trying to visit you at one time. Women don't got that. They might got their family coming. So this dude, Papoose, held her down for 7 years.
Right.
That's not normal.
It's very abnormal.
What?
It's abnormal on both ends, I feel like.
Right, right. But then you go, as they say, she went and F the help. They call them the help. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I see a trend of females, they cheat down. You notice that? They don't cheat up.
When you say a pattern,
Okay, like Shawnee O'Neal, when she did the thing with Shaq, she somewhere on the crib. She over there getting hit by the from Main Street.
and let me give you a little why I feel like that may happen. I'm happy you gave me just one more example.
Hold on.
Oh, you want to get more?
Yeah.
Okay. Shawnee, who else?
And then, okay, what's her girl name that was messing with Steve Harvey? I think she was getting hit by the driver, right? Then you got Remmy Ma. You messing with Papoose that been in the industry for years, but then you go get the battle rap dude. Like he one step from having a regular job. You go do that, right? So why even on remember that Empire when Empire used to come on, Cookie hit the security. So why females always cheat down? I got a theory, but why is that?
I just think that those relationships that appear to be glitter aren't glittering. Like, being up there at those levels with those type of men, you feel like, oh, I know what to do to make them stay. I know what to do to keep myself right. I know what to do. They do all of these type of things, and it's nothing to satisfy who they are as a woman. And then they'll say, I don't even want to deal with that caliber or that type of person or that type of man. I have my own money now, or I have this. You know, just how times have come. But I feel like it goes to play, not to say that they can't go get anything higher than that, but most of these people in these relationships didn't start that high for them to say, I'm going to go get a billionaire tomorrow. You know, they started by going with someone that was already glitter to them. And that glitter did not sparkle how they liked it to sparkle. So they rather go back and say, well, let me try and get this right, so to speak, or let me figure it out this way. Instead of going up that level, that's not where they started at. And that's just a mental thing that I feel like people go through.
Maybe it's like a appreciation thing. Like certain people value differently, and they value for different reasons, and it's maybe an attention thing. Maybe Papoose was feeling underappreciated, and he felt like Claressa appreciated him in a different way. And because at some point, I'm sure he's ran across her if she was Remy's friend or however associate, and maybe he felt more appreciated by her. Maybe she felt more appreciated by him for just the simple things that he was being underappreciated by. And like she said, all glitters ain't gold. When you in this high level relationship, and then you sometimes when you with somebody for so long, you underappreciate them and you feel like they're never gonna leave you, especially when a baby's involved and marriage is involved. Like, oh, we're stuck here. No one's gonna leave each other. We already said we already stuck here.
And if I had to be honest, it's funny that you compare their relationship to those of how women go down. You have to think about it. I feel like Remmy Ma was the glitter for to Papoose. So she did him kind of how women are usually done by those men that are usually the breadwinner or the glitter, if you will.
And I haven't really heard Claressa say anything bad about Remmy, to be honest. She's keeping it pretty, like, she's really media trained or she's keeping it really professional. It's like the only thing is it's like those that her reaching out to Remmy kind of makes her look a little fishy. But other than that, I feel like she's kind of didn't speak about her in a bad regard, and she just admires her situation. It kind of sucks because sometimes women just feel underappreciated and they need attention, and maybe that's what they're looking for. I don't know. I can't really speak for just an observer.
I think a lot of times people with money be corny and shit because corny don't make you cool and shit. They go where like you feel me, like a nigga a vibe at, but he just ain't got as much as he got. Like for real. But even Cassie, she got the trainer now. So shit, I don't know. That shit crazy. I hope this nigga Papoose get Remmy for all her money in the divorce.
We just hope it works out for everybody.
Nah, f that. Hey, cause you don't hold no broad down. Men don't do that, bro. Like what?
That's so you basically saying that he should be treated how most women have been treated in this
run around
situation.
Black love all on his hat. Like, hey, bro, if you already got kids, right, and then you got another baby, you call this baby the golden child. Why? Cause it's with her. Like kids be like, oh, they ain't gonna be, you feel me? He gets put her on a
I agree with
pedestal, all this little shit, and then you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah, that is kind of true. That is true.
I hope you spank her in a divorce and all that.
So you feel like Papoose upgraded or downgraded? Which one you said? Because I know you said Remmy for sure took a step down. How do you feel about Papoose' decision?
I think they both want each other still, but they done said too much and hurt each other too much. They done, you slang, y'all done cut deep. Like, ain't no turning back now. I think they both still, like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all done said too much. But as far as the female appreciating them and all that, because I think she got the attitude like she was the breadwinner and all that, so she treating him like a stepchild, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think he won as far as the female appreciating them, and now you got a female that look at you like a trophy, you know what I'm saying? Instead of a penny.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, she has a lot of accomplishments, and she's very, very wealthy as well. So she could be looked at as, I feel like he still is upgrading. I think he just has a type of woman.
He wrote a lot of her music too. That's a cousin name. But shit, or even Nicki Minaj got somebody from her past, an old blood nigga from New York, like shit.
Oh, yep, her husband. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she went from Meek Mill to, I forget old boy name. Telling you, money don't make you cool.
But a lot of the times you got to be careful when you're in those type of situations too, because these people just come from their regular lives, and I know that can like kind of jeopardize what you got going on. Like, if you don't have things to lose, when people don't have things to lose, and you got everything to lose, they got a lot more to gain from the situation. So, I don't know. That's kind of tricky.
Hold on, I don't get that. You said when you got what?
You got a lot to lose. Uh-huh. They got everything to gain. These, like Nicki Minaj being with that guy, they're not media trained. He's just a regular dude, you know. He's like,
he ain't got no reason to be on camera anyway.
Right, but sometimes it can be like, this is Nicki Minaj we're talking about. She got all eyes on her. There's been a lot of situations where he's been kind of like a little bit embarrassed or kind of like lashed out, where it could have like affected her. And then his background came out and it kind of embarrassed her.
Oh, that he got to register.
Mm-hmm. All that stuff came out, and you got to be careful who you attach yourself to as well. Like, is it worth the price of love? Because he's gaining everything now, and she's losing a lot too.
Yeah, they say whatever sex crime it is, he wasn't guilty of it, and then, you know what I'm saying? So she probably know the specifics of it, so she like, that ain't what it is, so I'm going to still stick by him type, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But do you want to fight for that?
Yeah, is it worth it?
In lieu of everything you work for, your career, who you are?
Shit.
You said is love worth it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You said is love worth it?
No, that was her question.
Yeah, I was saying like I said, she has everything to gain and she has a lot to lose. So is love worth it? The price of all that.
I don't know. I cause you could, if I get caught pissing outside, which everybody do, and the police, I gotta register. So then don't try to disown me and get on me because I gotta register because I went to the alley after we left the function. Like, I need to know specifics on his shit.
I gotta understand.
Huh? I thought it was like if it was in front of a park or a kid's school or something.
Nah, you can't have your thing out nowhere. But guess what?
Obviously, yeah, that's
females do it too. I didn't walked out of a function a gang of times in the car adjacent like this.
Two doors open.
And they pulled their little poo-poo out and water gun. You feel me?
That's true.
That's
true.
Nah, but I think, man, these females doing dudes wrong. Now I'm thinking about it. Let me see. Y'all, it's fucking up. Let me see.
Y'all, wait. This ain't got nothing to do with me and Nisha.
Right, we not in that.
Y'all gotta hold y'all gender down. Fuck that shit.
No, hold on.
We gonna hold them down.
I'm still pro women, but dang.
Jada, the first person that's go cheat on her husband, then interview him about it.
Jada Smith.
You ain't about to cheat on me, embarrass me, then interview me about it. Talking about a red table.
Well, who else was supposed to interview him?
Man, interview, bro. I don't know. We might have got domestic, bro, because that's embarrassing. How you say his name? August
Alsina.
That's your son friend.
Yeah.
And then the mama ended up spanking him down, and then not the whole world. The whole world know. I'm Will Smith, bro. You gonna embarrass me like that?
Yeah.
You ain't been on shit since Menace to Society.
A low down dirty shame, I'll give her.
All right. No, she not.
Set it off.
I love that.
Hey, no, she the goat though. But still, like, the females been doing the men wrong for like almost a decade now.
Well, do you think that women are tired? I don't advocate for any cheater at all, because I don't like, I think cheating is wrong in all
They
aspects.
tired of what?
Like being mistreated and walked all over and
Well,
sitting
shake
at home
then. Leave. Or have a friend like Alneishia that'll have, like, talk you into leaving the state.
and upgrade your life. And then you're,
Yeah.
then many years later, your ex still talk about you on the podcast?
Still love you.
Yeah.
Still love you.
No, for real. On BG, my dude. But
Oh, I know.
but I'm saying, like, a female, y'all can't do. Women supposed to be better than men, first of all.
Right.
So y'all can't cheat back and then go run y'all body count up versus, you know what I'm saying? I could get mad and then I'm bounce. And then if it get back, I'm going to look, it ain't going to look as bad.
Well, I always say, like, you know, women are so precious or dainty and, like, things like that. I've always said that, and I feel like the get back thing for women, you can get back in, like, success in other ways. You know, leave the man alone. That's how I look at it, but I don't know. We're living in different times now, and I think that women just lost their patience. In a way, I'm not excusing any behavior at all. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I don't know.
Sound like you excusing it to me.
No, I ain't been in no relationship.
Well, you say go get your lick back.
I'll help you.
No, because
So
I
lick
don't
back.
get down like, no, I don't like that. I don't agree with that at all. I'm totally, because, like, that's still your cootie cat, girl. That's you. That's yours, not his. Like, that's your body. You gotta walk with it.
For me, we got joint custody of it.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
It's ours.
Oh my good lovey.
For sure, it's ours.
that's crazy. I mean, but the way it seems like women are not to be trusted at all. The way the society is kind of saying it now.
Now, this last 10 years, the females been doing it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, what you
that's
gonna
the
say,
reason.
Nisha?
No, I feel like that's the reason. A lot of things have changed when it comes to if you go to politics or if you just go to every day. Women have more rights. Like, we have more value. We weren't as valued in 1960. We were supposed to do a certain thing and be a certain way and not vote and not. Now we powerful. You know what I mean? I feel like that is what have changed with the times.
Yeah.
Is that we have, as women as a whole, have been given more rights. So now we have more value. So we're able to do more things than we used to be able to do back in the day. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't even really matter how society look at it. This is what has come from it. We have teenage millionaires. You know what I mean? Women teenage millionaires.
Thriving.
So it's
thriving.
like, and I'm not bringing in teenagers. I'm just letting you guys know, like, the value of women has definitely increased. So the rights for them has as well.
Yeah, we got women running for president these days.
You feel me?
Shit's done changed.
Yeah, that's true. And I also grew up with all strong, independent women. You know, I've kind of been the only one that's been single for so long, and I really ain't had nobody take care of me. But I don't think that's always the best thing to brag about, because, like, I don't want to be feeling like I gotta, like I always said, I don't want to be like the protector all the time of me and these two kids, and my son is bigger than me now, and I still feel like, now I'm like, oh my God, I can't even protect him. Like, he has to protect me now, but I still am always in, like, mama mode, and you want to just have your person, so I don't always feel like that's the best thing. Like, I don't want to have, like, I don't want to be completely equal to a man in that aspect, or like I'm better than a man or anything like that. I just feel like women are just tired of putting up with unnecessary stuff. I'm the type of person, I'd rather just be by myself and just leave me alone in my little corner right there.
But
So-
that's where this new soft girl era
Right.
is coming from, because women have grown to be independent, having their money. Now it's like, okay, that's enough. We done bragged about that or did that. You still need a man at the end of the day. So now you want someone put you on your soft girl era.
Soft girl era, you in
Quote,
church,
unquote.
girl, you might see something.
It's like,
You might see something at church or something.
but that's where that's coming from, because they are tired of being this way.
Strong. Because then you come off aggressive, and then people get at you like, oh, you're too tough. And it's like, well, I've had to be this way for so long now, you know, who's going to make me be acting
Not
on my
this
feminine
way.
and not so masculine? Yep.
You gotta be a little submissive. But ain't nothing wrong with female having a backbone. And
Submission definitely comes with one of the qualities of being a good girlfriend, a good woman, a good wife. Submission is definitely a part of that. A lot of people don't mention it, but it's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, and also, I think women are just like, okay, if I'm going to submit to something, what am I submitting to? Now they're questioning the thought, but back then it was like automatically they were making, oh, you can just come by and get you a plate. You see it in old movies too. Oh, yeah, you could just come by and get you a plate, have you a hot meal. I know Miss Jackson down the street going to have me a plate if my wife trip, or whatever the case is, or even if they both single, whatever the case is, you just know Miss Jackson on the street going to have you a plate, and her house going to be clean, her kids going to be straight, and she just maybe a hardworking single mama. But you know that woman right there always gonna be put together and have to give you a plate and may give you a place to stay if you're whatever the situation is. And now it's like, I ain't doing that. He better do whoop 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 whoop. And I'm not saying that's not wrong either. Because sometimes you feel like your time is being wasted as a woman. So I'm like on the fence with that.
Oh yeah, ain't no wrong with having no standard setting the bar high. But you will miss your blessing if you walk past the door with the Best Buy uniform on because you think you.
Yep.
Oh, I agree with that.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
the hardworking man is where it's at. The 9 to 5 is where it's at.
No, for real.
So what advice would you give on that, Munchie, as a man?
Which part?
Like for women that maybe only look for like the money aspect or like the jewels, the glitz and glamour, and
I ain't got no advice because I aim hard. The females that I talk to probably be thinking like I ain't supposed to be fucking with her, game bigger blood or whatever. But I mean, shit, if you got the confidence, you know what I'm saying, you just ain't no complete bum. She see you trying at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got some little hustle to you. Don't be nobody fucking for shelter and all that little weird shit. You good. You know what I'm saying? As long as you trying. It ain't that hard for men, right? Because, all right, if you an ugly female, you kind of got it bad. You got to have a body or some money or something. But if you an ugly, you can still get bitches. As long as you carry yourself the right way and, like, you a vibe. Because not like I judge men. I got a gang of ugly homies that got hoes, bro. Like, they just carry they self the right way. So it'd be easier for us in that sense. You see, Nicki Minaj went back to her past and got a blood fresh out of jail from New York. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just be a vibe, man.
I think it's really, if asked, I think it's just being consistent in something. Like, and that's where a lot of people kind of just fall off or they miss it. Just be consistent in something. Because you could say 9 to 5 winning or you could be whatever you want to be. If you consistent in that, you're winning.
no, that's a fact. Consistency in anything, like consistency is key. Like communication, all that type of thing. If you're consistently one way and you're constantly expanding and growing in your situation, then that is definitely a big.
And people be bad at have bad consistencies. Like you consistently finding a new job, you consistently blaming it on the job. Like at some point it's you, bro.
Yep, I have that problem.
You know, different things.
Time.
It's like it just is what it is, you know. So being consistent and having good habits, you gonna be a vibe if you being consistent because you true into who you are as long as you doing the good shit.
Yeah,
and good things.
All right, another nasty breakup. Offset, Cardi, and I don't know if that's true because I think she might have just been trolling or going along with it, but she was pregnant. She said she got hit while she was pregnant or something. I think that might have just been a troll, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get Offset mad or whatever. But, you know, I think Offset had a infidelity problem.
He consistent in cheating. And
right.
She was consistent in taking him back. And now someone has made a change.
And you think it was a change for the better?
Definitely. I don't feel like anyone should be consistently treated bad. And no one should have a consistent bad habit that they don't want to break, especially when you say, I'm going to marry you. You feel me? You got to, at some point, say, there's something I need to do to change this. I didn't say it had to be immediate or this is who you are. She knew that when y'all got together, all that. It was okay, great. But at some point, you have to say, I don't want to consistently hurt this person.
Yeah, because she got 2 daughters now. Her last baby is a daughter, I believe so. And so, after you don't want your daughter to, you don't want to be writing your daughter like you don't, because that's what a lot of mothers tend to do. They tell you don't do this, don't do that. You don't be with a man like this, but they're doing it. And then you look back and you like, Mama, but you did that. Why are you telling me? Because you're in your feelings. You might be young and being with your first little boyfriend, you get your heart broken, and your mother's telling you one other thing, but she right there laid up with your father, stepfather, whoever it may be, and your feelings are getting hurt because you like, well, I don't know how to get through this. Your mom's just acting on her hurt, which I'm saying is like, she's telling you like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, but you doing it. So a lot of kids need to see that, like, no, you got to stand on principle and morals, and if a man is mistreating you, you need to walk out of the situation. Like, I don't feel like at some point it's like, all right, when is enough enough? When do you appreciate me as a woman? Like, as your wife, as the mother of your kids, as everything. And on top of that, she's an entertainer, too. And she was working while she was pregnant with all her kids.
Hey, well, so I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with Stefon Diggs. He dope. You know what I'm saying? He played in the NFL.
What team you play for?
Damn, bro. I'll get him and his brother confused because one for the because he got a brother in the NFL, too. One for the Cowboys, one for the Buffalo Bills. But her her son getting his hair braided exactly like Stefon Diggs. Ain't that kind of disrespectful though? Why you trying to na to like your baby daddy?
Who put the pictures up where they were side by side? Like, who really put the pictures up? Because at this point, it's like, this is who I'm dating, whether he getting his hair done at the house because they're rich, somebody coming to the crib, or, you know what I mean? Who's doing their hair? What happened? Did they have the hairstyles at the same time?
Yeah,
and
I was
really
thinking
put these pictures side by side.
Because
he
when
could have
did
been at that hairstyle. He's like, oh, I like that. I'm going to get that next time. Or
So what you
vice
saying?
versa.
Oh, so Cardi didn't post it?
No.
From what I've seen, only blogs posted those pictures side by side of them with the same hairstyle.
It looked like Wave had his hair like that first, maybe, and then it looked like Stefon Diggs went and got the hairstyle after. They may have the same braid. Like she said, who knows when the picture was taken? That's what it looked like, and my son has something similar to that. That's it. It's
like the chrome heart.
The chrome heart right? Design in the middle. Like, I'm not excusing if I'm not saying that he don't have his daddy or nothing like that. I'm just saying I feel like that's a common hairstyle that's like low key popping right now. But no one knows when Wave had that hairstyle and when Stefon Diggs had that hairstyle.
Oh.
You said when? Who had it?
The baby. I think his name was Wave.
And that's his name, Wave?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, that's different. Okay. I don't know, man. Offset.
It definitely looked like the same braider did it for sure.
Yeah.
Offset hot.
Yeah. It got him real hot. He bubbled up. But it's like, because what? Why?
What you mean?
Why? Because your son, your wife, ex-wife, is publicly dating this guy. Hopefully she took her time and said, okay, I'm going to make this public at the right time. In the event that she did do that, your son has been around this man. Your kids have been around this man. She's decided to go public. So hopefully, I'm just speaking on the light of her, she did it the right way, and it just wasn't like I just met him yesterday and now we public tomorrow. In that event, this is who your son going to be around. How mad could you get?
Picture. No, I'm listening to what you're saying, DJ. You're 100% factual
no.
because it's just the fact that he zoomed in it. But I agree because because she said that he kept checking on her. I think it was she said throughout her pregnancy, right? Or every time she was getting hurt or going through something, he kept checking on her, and then she decided just to give him a chance. So.
And this was with her last pregnancy.
Her last pregnancy,
okay.
yeah, with the baby girl. So he just kept checking on her. I think that she said when she was pregnant.
He kept plotting on her. That wasn't checking.
And
I get it though.
And they talk about Stefan, like the amount of girls or the different girls that he dated. None of them have come out and said that he's been a bad guy. None of them have said they stopped talking to him because of infidelity. But of course, that's what the stories that we get. But I haven't heard any of the girls put him in any bad light.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Nor have they mentioned or talked about Cardi since they've been public. So there's some respect there. I mean, outside of the one person that posted an old picture, so to speak, they say.
So do you think that women it's okay for them to move on like that, or do you think that she should have waited until she got divorced?
No, they in a separation stage. She can move on at this point. Divorces take a minute.
Yeah.
Cause I'm divorced and we ain't had no assets, no houses, no cars to fight over. And they just prolonging it, talking about mediation because we got a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't need you to divvy up no holidays. We didn't ask y'all for that. Mm-hmm. So, like, it could be a little push, a long process. So, ain't nothing wrong with it. Out of all the women we just named, Cardi, you got a not guilty plea. You straight. Mm-hmm. The rest of these, they some little stanky butts. That's different. Really.
I'll never forget when Offset went on the stage and she was performing. He apologized to her. I think it was you know what I'm talking about.
He got the sign.
She was like,
like she was so irritated. Like, oh my god.
I feel like she been checked out emotionally.
Cardi B, make some motherfucking noise right now.
Tell you I'm sorry, bro. And first, in front of the world, I love you. But everybody got to do to show you, bro. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about everybody around. I love you, bro.
Run it loud, make some noise!
that was years ago. So you think she been
Yes, I
checked
feel
out?
like that was. She just. I'm not gonna say she just had another baby. They were married, so they're, they're still together. They had another baby. I don't feel like that was the ultimate plan, but I feel like she had checked out. But I'm not gonna not, have my baby. We are married and this, that, and the third. But I feel like she's been checked out.
A lot of them want to keep their families together and like keep the kids in one house. You try for so long, and after a while, you're like, okay, all right, stop playing with me. So she got tired. That's what it looks like to me. I feel like you never heard nothing bad about her doing anything funny to him in that whole entire marriage, besides right now that she's finally moved
I wouldn't
on.
call this.
And it's not necessarily funny, right?
I thought she posted it. If you posted an identical hairstyle with the new dude you messing with to get your baby daddy mad, that's weak. But
That wasn't the case.
But that wasn't. It was the blogs though.
Yes.
Cause I know that would piss me off.
Yeah, that's like a jab. Like, all right, that's not cool. I wouldn't agree to that. But I don't think I didn't see her post it. I think she only posted like one picture of him or something like that. And now she's kind of like being more public with it. But I don't think that she's trying to like. That's what you get. Yeah, like taunting him.
Yeah, a relationship I think is goes. I like Dirk and India.
Why is that?
Cause they like he expressed how he feel about his girlfriend publicly. He ain't trying to be like no player. She not trying to be all in the limelight. Cause a lot of these females is famous cause they getting hit by somebody famous like G Herbo girl Ari. Now she lit. Or like you know what I'm saying, you only famous cause you effing with somebody famous or whatever. But she stay in her lane. She humble and she is holding her dude down just like LeBron. Wife. She was like, I don't want to be all on the camera. I just want to focus on being a good wife and a good mom. You know what I'm saying? Like females like that should be straight. You know what I'm saying?
I like that too.
Yeah, that's definitely, and then being young and being able to have that type of like, what word am I looking for? It's not just love. It's like, I don't know. You really don't see. That's kind of like rare nowadays. You see that like that type of love for like India and Dirk, like her holding him down, her not really trying to be caring about all the media stuff, her just really being a mother and kind of just being to herself. You really don't see that nowadays. So I feel like that's dope. I'm all for love, for real.
All right, and last but for surely not least, all right. Baby lotion or baby oil? What you putting on? This all you got. You ashy as hell. You need to put something on. What you putting on? Baby oil?
Lotion.
I'm putting on baby oil for sure. I'm an oil girl. I love oils.
Baby lotion.
Oh, you want to be shining.
I like the shine. More oil.
Why you say baby lotion?
Because
The scent.
yeah, the scent more than likely, and then I don't really use. I use the cocoa butter oil before I use the baby oil.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not getting the. He funny.
Because the baby oil is gonna make
using Dr. Teal's eucalyptus spearmint oil. I can't get out of the shower
because the baby oil is like it makes you. I don't know. I have eczema, so I have to be careful. Like I feel like the sun attracts the baby oil with me, so I'm like I'm gonna use the cocoa butter or like the Dr. Teal's. So that's why I say baby lotion. I won't be asking baby lotion. I've always used baby lotion. So.
But we most definitely we ain't got to worry about Puffy even being interested in you because you don't like the baby oil thing, right? So you safe. You in the clear.
Yeah.
He ain't worried about you though. But
me on the other hand.
What? You a king.
Then she gonna be slipping and sliding everywhere, girl.
More oil.
So
No, and I'm hecka oily because I can put that cocoa butter oil on too before I got here.
You already put some.
Yes.
a girl, another participant of a different freak off, but she said it wasn't called freak offs with her. They called it hotel time. Daphne Joy, 50 Cent last baby mama.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We don't know, right?
We don't know what.
We don't know for sure it's her. Right?
Man, it's her. She got on the stand already.
Did they show a picture? Like the little sketch?
Girl, she did it.
I don't know. I see people on TikTok talking about
She
it,
was
but
getting her little shit hit just like Cassie. And she kept it going because she didn't want to cut off the financial. He'd give her $10,000 a month and pay her rent or whatever, but
$10,000 a month.
And I'm like, damn, is that a lot for her? Like, cause you messed with high caliber dudes before.
For them, that don't sound like a lot. 10,000, that's it.
She messed with some dude named Jason something. I didn't know who he was. I guess he's supposed to be somebody important. And you messed with 50 Cent, and then Puffy got up on you. You feel me? Breathed on her, took her on an extravagant date, wooed her, and then he just slid it up on her like, look, bro, you know I like men in the bedroom with us. You feel me? I like to watch. You feel me?
And she said, all right.
And she said, all right.
The way I feel about her and the way I feel about Cassie are totally different.
How so? I think it's different too, but how so?
I'm gonna just give one example. When Cassie returned, I believe 19 or something they were talking about, she had got oral for the first time from him, from Diddy. So Daphne was very well oiled, trained machine by the time she came and met with Diddy. Okay. So for that reason, I feel different about their stories.
Okay. Oh yeah, she was real young, naive.
You ain't never got no head. You know what I mean? You wasn't too freaky. You probably was, but you wasn't too freaky. At 19, not doing that, I wouldn't even classify you as being super freaky.
So Daphne, am I saying Daphne Joy? She, when it came out, when 50 Cent started clowning her, she tried to sue 50 Cent, and then she alleged that he raped her. Y'all know what I mean by rape, because he raped her. Then he countersued. It was like, and she bowed, like she stood down, because I guess she was embarrassed, because 50 Cent be trolling, so he's trolling his baby mama, and she stood down like, all right, she bigged it. You know what I'm saying? So she got on the stand, and she told her truth on how it went down, and she said she opened Pandora's box, and before she knew it, I guess she thought it was gonna be a one-time thing. So when she wanted to stop, he'd be like, "Well, the money getting cut off." But is that against the law? Because people do that in relationships all the time. If I'm messing with Alneishia, and Alneishia, something don't go my way, like, shit, well, we ain't going shopping then. Get your own.
I told you earlier, times have changed. Women got more value and stuff.
Not Cassie, not Daphne.
I think it's
not
just
Cassie at the time, but Daphne at the time.
It's
so that's your own. That's your own opinion at that.
It's just manipulation, to be honest. But Daphne, like she was saying, I haven't really been paying attention to the case because it's too nasty for me. It's beyond my. It's just too much for me. But I feel like she's a grown woman walking into the situation where Cassie was a young girl, so she could have been easily groomed and manipulated. So where she, 19, you kind of like, you're easily trainable to be programmed to be one way. I'm not saying whatever. I'm just saying that she was easier to be groomed. Daphne was a grown woman. You walked into a situation.
The $10,000 a month was the rent.
I was gonna say
okay. So
$10,000 was the rent, but it was the amount that he asked her. Like, how much do you want to go into this love contract? How much money do you want per month for this love contract? She asked for $15,000. He said $10,000. So that was their median. When he told her $10,000, she could have gotten that in cash or whatever way she chose. She chose to find an apartment so that way her rent can be rent free.
So it wasn't $10,000 plus her rent. Even worse.
What she did say is that they said, okay, well, your rent is paid, so how are you getting money to, live or suffice? This is based on her testimony. And she said that, he would give her money here and there, $5,000 here, $10,000 here, so they or whomever may try and make it seem like that was her getting paid for her work, those $5,000 and $10,000 there. One time she needed to furnish her apartment, he gave her $20,000, just here you go, to furnish that same $10,000 apartment that she was paying.
So that's not paying for sex, that's taking care of your little side piece.
And he's still paying the rent, by the way.
Oh.
Not today.
Yes, it's still getting paid.
Hold on, so Puffy paying her rent today, still. Oh, I'm weak.
Well, okay, so Alice, the Fed summons her, like she had no choice but to subpoena her to like. That's crazy. See, I haven't been watching because it's too nasty for me. When I was listening to the R. Kelly one, I was disgusted. This is like. This is.
Hey, but y'all gotta stop saying the Cassie thing. 19. What about all the years after that? You feel me? Like, then she never like when they first hung out. He said, "Take this." It was a pill. She said, "What is it?" Just take it. It's gonna make you feel good. He didn't shove it down her throat. She happened to just start liking the pill, right? And then even with these sex workers, it was always her card her credit card making the purchase. And then if a female. If he said, I'll go find somebody, one of these sex workers, a girl that's on a computer, you can look at the size you about to deal with, the size of the privacy You looking at the complexion, like you picking what you like. And then the worker, his name is Punisher. So what type of female pick a nigga named Punisher to have sex with her? You don't seem like you.
Okay. So where I think you going with this, I feel like this.
She started liking this shit, bro.
When you're a virgin, you're boring. The more experience you get with sex, the freakier you get. The more you learn about what you like, the more you figure out things. So that's why I'm sticking with Cassie on that stance, because as a virgin, you don't know nothing. Let's say you're a virgin and you have the same sex partner until you die. I'm sure you became very much freakier for that person throughout that time.
But what about her crossing him, and effing people around him, near him?
Like who?
Kid Cudi, the trainer, other people. She didn't cheated, like,
because she made it clear.
So they try to
wasn't
make
in
it
a
seem like
relationship.
trying to make it seem like she was in fear of this man. But who cheats on people and run that risk if you really scared?
It kind of sounds like they had a hostile, toxic relationship, right? Weren't they trying to say that?
I don't feel like she was scared.
I don't think she was scared either.
I don't feel like she was scared.
At some point, she was fighting back.
Yeah, the one time somebody said
she took off on her one time.
She smacked him back, like, you know, so.
And it was a print in his head, like from the ring. She got off hard.
I mean, I definitely feel like he overdid it, how the video how the video showed. That's kind of probably how it was. There were times he'll push her, she'll push her back. But there were also times like the video where it was like, I'm not fighting back, and this is still happening. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like this
levels.
is information we should not know what goes on in certain people's bedrooms. Like, I feel like everybody knew what he was on forever. It wasn't like it was not hidden. I feel like a lot of people already knew this.
Know what? That he was like
little freaky frog.
I know he bisexual for sure.
I think, but it was obvious. He's always smacking dudes in the butt. Like Tupac been saying that.
No, he smacked Jay-Z on the ass on stage.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm saying
he was like, what?
Yeah, I'm saying that's just not. It's just like it's just certain stuff we just shouldn't know, and I don't know where this case is going. Just because they say the feds get a 90% or 9. What is it? What
conviction
is it?
Rate.
90% conviction rate. So I don't really know. It doesn't. It just seems like
free Diddy.
I'm not gonna say that.
Free him. Because she was a willing participant, bro.
But I don't feel like she wanted to go testify against him. I feel like she had no choice because when she already warned him prior, like she sent in the book and she said she just gave him an amount and whatever they agreed to, that's what they agreed to, and they settled out. But it feels like the feds came after him after that.
Honestly, she wasn't a bad witness. She really kind of made him look good.
That's what it sounds like.
Because she went and told the truth. But any females interested in Munchie that don't live out here, I'm not flying you out. You find your way out here.
Straight up.
And we go
fly them out.
Because that's human trafficking. It sounds like if I buy your ticket.
That's where I was going to go. It's the charges that they really trying to stick. It's the charges per se. It's like, damn, now you can't even fly somebody out or you can't be flued out or whatever the case may be. Because that is technically sex trafficking and that is what that charge entails.
Nah, so
don't do it.
I'm not flying nothing out. Make it here. We're going to have a good time once you get here, though, on B-Team. But a flight, no, not going to happen, bro. I ain't.
So does he have a possibility of beating this or just getting like not a lot of time? Since I'm not really following.
He got a lot of charges, but all them charges not going to stick. Something is, and I don't think he going to get washed up like people think.
I could agree with that.
Like, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? But that's
I just feel like if they wanted him to do time, if they wanted so bad for him to do time, they should have charged him with crimes like arson or this or that. But since you charged him with a RICO, it entails a lot. And for them to charge him with that, they needed to go back in time to figure out all this old stuff that he did. And that RICO allowed them to go back in time and charge him with all this old stuff. So that's the reason why they got to tap into all the old stuff. Because there's the statute of limitations for other charges that they just wouldn't have been able to charge him with right now today.
Well, I'm going to say this. I ain't with the jail shit, but Cassie, you supposed to be his co-defendant because you pay for them sex workers, bro. You pay for the flights and the sex workers. Y'all supposed to be on the same case together.
I would agree with you, but I can't because it's like, where'd she get the money from?
It was on a credit card. It's hers.
What credit card? Who set
He's
that
funding it.
Who set that up for you? Where did that come from? How
Set it up.
How were you able to get that credit card? You know, it's funded. Who pays that credit card bill each month? All that kind of goes into it. So
if I give you some money and you go buy some crack with it, it ain't my fault.
Have you ever seen Evil Genius before on Netflix? He's like literally.
They were talking about.
Yeah, that's literally what he is. Like, it's called Evil Genius on Netflix. And that's literally what he is. He's an evil genius. they couldn't really charge this lady with certain crimes and really for a little minute for this little bank robbery because they couldn't really. It's just it's crazy. It's kind of like crazy like this. It's just all big mix up, and he's an evil genius. That's what it sounds like to me. Because when you're like, what proof do they really have if it's her credit card or her this, her that? But in the back of her mind,
it's hers. Her
no,
name on it.
but we know. But like she's saying, where's the money coming from? If
That's
she
just like them trying to charge their.
It come from her. It's her credit. What you mean? You can only build your own credit. It's a credit card.
Right, but where's the money? Come on.
He didn't give her credit. It's a credit card, not debit.
All
credit
right.
card.
All right.
And
I
our
can't let you
human
borrow no
flesh,
credit.
No, but hey, it's not our business. But I'm just saying, like,
It is now. Once it's on the internet, it's everybody's
But you
business.
know what you know. Come on now.
Man,
I'm just whatever happens. I don't know. It's too
free Diddy,
nasty
bro.
for me.
He ain't gonna do it again. Hey, he in jail for being hyper.
Hold on.
He in jail for being hypersexual.
You've been watching this case. This is one thing I do remember they posted. They said the day they arrested him, what did they say?
He was getting ready to have a freak off.
Yeah, he had some drugs.
You're talking about he ain't gonna do it. All right, well, pray to God not. This is sickening, but
It's so sad to say because it's like I would like to say that he wouldn't, but this is just what he like. A lot of times people are saying, "Oh, if you don't do it, I would do it." You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's very tricky. It's a sticky situation. Everybody have their own fetishes. Everybody have their own likes and dislikes, and his going public is just a sticky situation.
sometimes you don't know something is wrong until somebody else points it out to you that this is not right. And
No.
I'm just telling you, maybe she didn't know that this was not okay.
Y'all be giving Cassie excuses.
I'm just saying anybody.
I don't give her no excuse. I said that I believe that. I believe that she's freaky. She was freaky, but I also would not classify someone who doesn't receive or give oral sex a freak. And at that time when she met Diddy, she did not do that. So I feel like her freakiness grew based on her experiences. Her experiences just weren't like ours where we were able to choose every person or choose,
Maybe she was turned out. I don't know.
No, she's most definitely turned out.
So at what point do you think that she should have just walked away? Like you should just think that she.
I think she was doing what she wanted to do. That's what I think.
It was controlled, but I mean, she was doing.
Everybody got a little bit of control of their woman, right?
You should.
Yeah. So how that go.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, a billionaire, I guess, would be kind of like a little intense and crazy, and he.
Right. Just think about that level of control.
Yeah, like he has a little bit more leeway. He has a lot of ways, and he has a lot of ways with his words, and I don't know.
You got to do with a vibe that got a little control. Imagine a dude with $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Alneishia said, "I'm shaking my. He got
That
$1 billion.
control
I'm
level
out of
is
there. Are
different.
you out of there, Nisha?
A billionaire?
Your boy gonna see this.
People allow stuff to go, for too long and they already uncomfortable. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They let it go too long and you signed up. Like you locked in type shit.
No, you uncomfortable. It got to a certain level at one point and it became uncomfortable for her, but she didn't stop it.
I agree. I definitely agree. And you got to remember, 19. How old was he? Like in his late 30s, 40s?
Oh.
So that's a.
Already liking this, already experiencing this, already doing this.
He been doing this for quite some time.
She did it once. He was like, "Oh, you cool with it? Let me try and see how I can make you a little more comfortable so we can keep on."
And then the promises. And you know what's crazy? I remember that song. Was it Official Girl? We used to play that all the time in the house. Like, that was my song.
Who's seen that?
It's Cassie and Lil Wayne. But if you listen to the song now, it's like, oh, she basically was saying she's tired of trying to be his official girl. And that's basically like, I guess kind of makes sense with the case because she just wasn't his main girl. Like she wasn't, they weren't official, I guess. To me, I thought they was always official. I don't know.
She sounded like the main girl to me if she in the public eye with him.
That's what it appeared to be.
Right.
The reason why I know some stuff.
She wasn't the only girl, but she was the man.
One of my older sisters was keeping up with it on Twitter, and she said like she didn't have a relationship with his kids or wasn't allowed to be around his kids. Was that true?
Yeah.
So
she always wanted to spend the holiday or something like that. She never was able to spend the holiday, only New Year's Eve.
With him? Mm-hmm. Because he was with his family?
Yeah, because she was not his
official girl.
Official girl. But that's what the defense is going to try to play. Like, we can get into the case, but that's what they're going to try to play. Like, she was never really his girl, so they're trying to make it like, this was domestic, and him and his girlfriend, and it's like, she was never his girlfriend. She worked for him. From the music to the everything, she worked for him. That's where the
I can't tell you one song she sing. I ain't gonna lie.
I like that.
me and you.
Yeah, me and you and official girl or official girl. That was my little song back in the day. That's really all I know. I don't really know a lot of her music like that. Those 2 songs is cute. Like they were cute.
Cassie probably got some good too.
Well, she's a married woman.
Right.
I mean,
Maybe
14.
just had her child.
She I think she been through enough. I think she
Been through enough. You act like it's a round 2 with Munchie. No, see, it's gonna be a different experience. I don't even wear baby oil. Then on Inglewood, you ain't gotta be under no kind of drugs or anything. We can kick it. You know what I'm saying? And, I just wanna,
have a good time and vibe.
yeah, little Pornhub and chill.
I just think sometimes y'all gotta think about the mental of people, not just women, just men too, where their heads are at during these times of when you're under, I guess I don't even want to say oppression, but like what she was under.
Mental health is a real thing, people.
Yeah.
On everything. Protect your mental, protect your peace. You feel me?
Yeah.
It don't matter about the dollar amount. Get away from the person if they toxic. You feel me? Or if you love them, get away. Your peace is more important. Believe me. But Alneshia, tell them where to find you, whatever you got going on, you want them to know, your handles, your social medias, all the shits.
My name is Alneishia Handy, ALNESHIA, last name Handy, and that's my social media handles on all social media. Had to change it up and go back to the original me and let people know I'm not hiding from anything. So my social media is who I am, Alneishia Handy. Personal development, business development in Atlanta, back and forth between LA and Atlanta. Home is where the heart is.
Okay. And then y'all need to check out that 2019 interview with her, Alex Alonso. Just type in Street TV, Alnesha Handy, and then the rest gonna pop up as different parts to it. And Mariah, do your thing.
You can find me on Instagram at _Mariah with 4 H's or TikTok, Mariah Baby. I think it's Mariah Baby with 4 H's as well. And yeah, I'm back at it.
And everybody go subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Munchie B the Mayor. I've been going up on Inglewood. Follow my Instagram, MB_the Mayor. And my boy Perion and me, featuring Lil Boosie. It's called Red Lambo. It's out right now. And everybody go mess with that, man. And, Rate Your Heart Podcast. Everywhere you can click. iHeart. I'll be at home on Alexa, play Rate Your Heart Podcast. So that's Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. On Apple Podcasts, give us a rating. We everywhere like air. So, you know what I'm saying? Tap in, don't tap out.
Tap in, don't tap out.
It's the Rate Your Heart Podcast.